there is a lot going on. There is a lot in play. So, yeah, we have to take everything into consideration here. We have to consider how the Warner Brothers Discovery deal acquisition plays out. It's looking like it's fairly concrete that it's going to be Netflix, but things could change. The deal isn't done. People think that it's a done deal. It isn't. In actual fact, it's not a done deal. The deal wouldn't finalise until next year, regardless. So with what happens to Warner Brothers Discovery is not certain. None of it's a done deal. So there's that. And then there's also the results, critically and commercially speaking, for Supergirl and Clayface. If they both flop, if Supergirl and Clayface both completely flop, or one flops and one does all right, or even if one flops and one is a hit, I mean, that could be pretty bad for the rest of the universe, and for James Gunn. That could be pretty bad. He sort of needs, because Superman really didn't do what it needed to do. What it was supposed to do was make $1 billion. That's what it was supposed to do. They've never really articulated that, but that's the truth. Superman was supposed to be a $1 billion film. It was supposed to make $1 billion and completely smash it critically, smash it commercially. It was supposed to be a giant hit, and it just wasn't. It just wasn't the giant hit that they needed. And now they're going straight to Supergirl, and they're doing a Clayface, and then it's going Man of Tomorrow, and then somewhere in there, Brave and the Bold is going to fall into place. It's a weird slate. I mean, Superman lost a lot of people, and it didn't really win over a lot of it didn't win over a lot of casuals. It didn't win over a big portion of the casual audience, the casual fan base, which is what these universes need. That's what cinematic universes need. Cinematic universes cannot, and they don't rely solely on the primary fan base, the hardcores, because there's not enough of us. There's not enough of us for big cinematic universes to function. I mean, I was going to say back in the day, but 10 years ago, when Marvel was doing $700, $800, $900 million a movie, when close to $1 billion was the norm for every single MCU movie, do you seriously think that those results were solely because of the hardcore fan base? Absolutely not. Marvel had completely captured the mainstream and the casual audience, the casual fan base, people who are just like, I need something to do on Saturday. Oh, let's see if there's a Marvel movie on. Oh, look, there is a Marvel movie playing on Saturday. Let's go and do that. That's what those movies needed, you know. When the MCU, I mean, it's ridiculous to think about, really. Marvel had cracked the code, cracked the formula so well that they had movies like Ant-Man, Guardians of the Galaxy, even Thor doing $1 billion a piece. I mean, that's outrageous. I mean, there's now 3 Ant-Man movies, and they've all those movies have done really, really well. Even the last one, which nobody really liked, I still think it made quite a lot of money. Regardless, before the movies, nobody knew who Ant-Man was. Nobody knew who the Wasp was. Nobody really knew who Thor was. Nobody really knew who Iron Man or Captain America were. They weren't hugely iconic characters. They certainly weren't Superman or Batman level before the MCU. And Marvel managed to crack the code so well that they had those characters doing $1 billion a piece every movie. My point is, James Gunn hasn't done that for DC. I mean, Superman and Batman don't really need that because they're already sort of super iconic characters. But regardless, what James Gunn needed to do was have Superman being a giant smash hit, and he hadn't managed to pull it off. And like I was saying, it's a weird slate. It's a weird lineup of movies to build up a cinematic universe, because this is phase one. This is phase one. This is the setup stage. This is them building the universe, because they're only one movie in, so they've got a lot of building to do. This is phase one. So going from Superman's a good starter movie. I think if you're building a DC cinematic universe, I think you either you need to start with Superman or you need to start with Batman. You really do. So starting with Superman was absolutely the right decision, and to be honest, I think we can all agree that we were in need of a Superman movie. The last actual Superman movie was Man of Steel. That's 12, 13 years ago now, so we were absolutely in need of a new Superman movie, so that was the right decision. But then going straight to Supergirl, I think that's the wrong decision. And then going Clayface this early, I think that's a weird decision as well. And then you're going to go to Superman 2 with Man of Tomorrow. All right, fine. And then you're going to go Brave and the Bold, and you're not including Reeves / Patterson's Batman, which I think is stupid. I think that's stupid, because the first Matt Reeves Batman made like $1 billion. I strongly believe the second one's going to make $1 billion or close. It's going to do very well. I see no reason why it won't do really well. And that version of Batman's already got a huge fan base. Everybody loves that version of Batman. And you're not going to use him. You're not going to use him. Why wouldn't you use him? These executives are fucking stupid, man. These executives are fucking brain dead. They are dumb. Why wouldn't you use Matt Reeves' Batman? I mean, who the hell? No disrespect to whoever it ends up being, but who the bloody hell is James Gunn gonna pick to be his version of Batman? Who even cares? Who even cares about another Batman? We're on like the 10th live action Batman. Who fucking cares? Just bring in Patterson's Batman. He's already proven to work. We've already seen that version of Batman works. Just bring him in. Let Matt Reeves do his trilogy. Next year we're getting the Batman Part 2. Hopefully Matt Reeves doesn't take as long to do Part 3 if he is doing a trilogy, because the gap between the Batman and the Batman Part 2 is a little outrageous, I can't lie, it's a little outrageous. Make sure Matt Reeves doesn't take as much time to get Part 3 out. Let him finish his trilogy and bring in that Batman, bring in the Patterson Batman into the James Gunn universe. And if you really don't want it to be Matt Reeves's Patterson Batman, then make it a different variant, make it a different version of Patterson's Batman. If you really dislike the Reeves Batman that much and what Matt Reeves has done with his version of the character, if you really disagree with it, then just make it a variant. Like the article said earlier, just make it a variant. Nobody, if it's done properly and done well, nobody's going to care. They're really not. Nobody's really going to care as long as it's done properly and done well, which might be a tough ask for James Gunn. Might be a tough ask for James Gunn. Asking these people to do something properly is fucking crazy. A crazy ask. So, somewhat disappointing news for me personally. I don't really want to see another live action Batman. I mean, Patterson's Batman hasn't been out for very long. I mean, the Batman came out 2021. Yeah, I think that's right. 2021 or 2022. The Batman came out. So he hasn't been around for that long. So it's absolutely too soon for another live action Batman. Let him get let Patterson get 10 years in as Batman. Minimum. I mean, Christian Bale did a whole trilogy. It took about 10 years to get that trilogy out. And he was the Batman for the whole time. Let Patterson have the same sort of run, you know. It's just, and then the thing is, there's going to be 2 live action Batmans at the same time, and that's really going to confuse people. It's not going to confuse people like us, who fucking know every little detail, but it's really going to mess up casual audiences, regular viewers. And to be honest, and I know that statement is going to piss off a lot of hardcores, but I really don't think that this universe is in the situation where they can make it more difficult for the casual fan base to consume the content. I don't think they're in that situation. So yeah, that is all I wanted to cover for today. So yeah, see you later.